Hello, Flosstube. So I'm back pretty quick with an update. This is pretty quick for me, I know. But I just got back from, well, kind of got back from retreat. Michigan Stitchers Retreat was Thursday through Saturday. We actually had the stitching room for Wednesday evening as well. So I have a lot to show you. As always, it was a fantastic retreat. Got to catch up with so many people that I only get to see once in a while. Leslie Under the Sea Fabrics was there. Stephanie hand-dyed fabrics by Stephanie. Karen Meridian Designs, and then just all of the regular stitchers that I get to see that I don't get to see very often. It was a lot of fun. So I'm really excited that I got to go, and I'm really tired. So the retreat is only like 2 miles down the road from me, so I don't actually stay at the hotel anymore, which works out well. The kids are old enough that they don't care that I kind of go back and forth. They're not holding me up at the house at all, so I just stay at home, and I just go up there for the day, and I come home really late at night and get to sleep in my own bed. So it's really nice. I'm very lucky, but I ended up going up there Wednesday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday before retreat, I actually spent some time stitching at home. So I've got progress to show for that, and then all of the stitching. So I'm going to get right into it with finishes. With my whips and finishes are going to be mixed up this time because I kind of want to show you the order that I went in for everything. And then I'm going to show you a shitload of haul. So let's go. Tuesday and Wednesday at home, I did some work on a model stitch for my friend Carrie. She is up in the UP, and she has been designing some small patterns and a lot of Biscornus. And she did a lot of Biscornu designs this summer, and I offered to help her out in model stitch one of them for her. I'm pulling up her shop on Etsy because I want to make sure I give you the right name. Her shop name on Etsy is Curious Carrie, and it's Carrie. So Curious Carrie. She's out of Iron Mountain, Michigan, and this is her. No, it's not going to show very well, is it? No. I'll try to remember to put the link in the description box, but we'll see if I remember by then. But anyway, this is the start of her Biscornu that I am model stitching, and it is purple houses, and I've got the whole top done now, and the bottom started, and the bottom is going to be all flowers. It's super cute. There's a lot of purples in here, but you certainly could limit the colors and change up the palette if you wanted to as well. So I'm hoping to get this finished for her, if not this week, at the retreat that I go to next week. So this will be a priority stitch, and then I can get that put it together, and sent back to Carrie. So that was Tuesday, Wednesday. I worked on that. Wednesday at retreat, I started the next cupcake that I'm stitching for the kitchen. The dog stinks. Roxy, what did you do? So the next cupcake that I'm doing is Lemon Blueberry, and that's by Meridian Designs. And here is my start. These are so fun. These purples, oh my gosh, these colors in this one are amazing. So I've got some good progress on that already, and that was just what I worked on Wednesday afternoon, evening when I got to the hotel. When Karen got in, we went and we unloaded her car, kind of set up a little bit, and went and found dinner. So not a ton of stitching on Wednesday evening. And then Thursday, what did I stitch on Thursday? Well, I thought I was going in order, but now I can't remember. Maybe that was Thursday that I stitched that. Maybe I just did the Biscornu on Wednesday because we didn't, I think that might have been what I did, is just did the Biscornu on Wednesday because we didn't have a ton of stitching time with setting up Karen's stuff and getting dinner. I don't know, guys. I give up. So anyway, that was some of that WIP. One of the days wasn't yesterday, so it was, this must have been Friday. Friday I did some more obligation stitching. That's what we were calling it at retreat. I did some obligation stitching, and I finished up the wedding sampler that I have been working on off and on for the last, 3 years. So I got this all done, and I sent a picture to my friend, and she was very happy with it. So I'm super excited. This is all set. This is the Mr. and Mrs., their name and the date is done in navy blue, and it's the DMC Etoile or Etoile or however you pronounce it. It's got a little bit of sparkle in it that doesn't show up on the camera, but it came out awesome. I'm really happy with this. The fabric's from Fabric Flare. So now I just need to get together with Stacy, and we need to pick out a frame, and I can get this all finished up. And I really didn't have that much left on it when I pulled it out, and it was kind of one of those, why have I waited so long to finish this? Because I pulled it out and finished it up pretty darn quick. And then after I finished this project, I pulled out a little kit, and it is an ink circles kit. And it's for, I don't have the main cover picture anymore because I gave the pattern to somebody at retreat, but this is the kit. It's this little skunk, and the kit came obviously with the ribbon and the fabric. So I quickly stitched this up in one evening, and it's adorable. It's adorable. I love it. So this is all done, and I'm planning on taking this to retreat with my mom next week and making her sew it into a pillow because her sewing machine will be there. I'm sure she will be super excited. So that was finish number 2. And that's it for finishes from retreat. But 2's pretty good. And I worked on Witchy Poo. I worked on this on Friday, I think. I think I worked on this on Friday as well. So this is Witchy Poo. It's one of the teeny weeny bikinis from Meridian Designs. And I didn't have that much done when I went, and I didn't really put a ton into this either. I just pulled it out to stitch for a little bit in the evening. And this is done on 32 count Lugana, and the color is Hestia from Under the Sea. So I've got some of the black in there, brought the gray down further. And this one, with it being 32 count Lugana, was a little bit harder to work on with how solid the stitching is, but I really like the color for Halloween and fall. And then yesterday I spent the majority of the day working on my haunted library sale. I think I showed it in my last video because I had it started and I didn't have that much stitched. But while I was at retreat, the next part of the pattern came out. So this is how this looks so far. And this is the alternate pattern for this release because the pattern that was released, or the section that was released, it originally on this top shelf had the clown Pennywise, Stephen King. I love Stephen King. I did not want Pennywise on my bookshelf. So, and it's so funny because this says red rum, but I'm looking in my camera right now and it says murder. So anyway, before I even realized that there was an alternate release, I said to myself, I'm not stitching that clown. I will just put books on that shelf. So it was really funny when somebody mentioned that there was an alternative pattern released, because a lot of people don't necessarily want Pennywise. So there was an alternative pattern released, and it ended up being the books like I planned on doing myself. So that was cool. So my last video, I only had some of the brown stitched on the outline of that shelf. And this is where I'm at. I got shedding. This is where I am now. So that's how much I got done yesterday. I'm very happy with it. I think it was a good starting point for me too, because now I can get some color done, and like the brown, black, and gray stuff is just going to get really boring. So I can make myself put in some of the boring colors and then jump and do a little bit of color and then go back to some boring and do color. So I think that's going to be really good for me. And that whole pattern, that's by Lola Crow on Etsy. And that whole pattern is like 174 by 161. So it's not, humongous by any means. So, I'm hoping I can get that done. Let's be real, it's not going to be by next Halloween. And my last whip for retreat, this was another new start. So I ended up having two new starts, or three? Well, one was a start and a finish. This would have been a start. I think this must have been the only other new start I had. This is Shannon Christine Designs, and it's Irish at Heart. So I started this last night. I was going to start in the corner like I normally do, but this is Krynick, so I didn't start with that. But I did start in that corner, and I got this far. So there are 6 different greens in that tiny little bit that I got. And this is fabric that I actually purchased at Retreat. This is from Stephanie, and it's, I believe it was Simply Sage. And it's a even weave. And so I really like that really subtle green with all of the green that's going to go on it. I think that's going to be awesome. So that is all for whips. So let's get into haul. And this retreat, obviously, this retreat is going to have a shitload of haul. Next retreat, there will be none. Because it's quilt retreat. It's not... doesn't have the vendors like this retreat does, so there's going to be a lot to show you. I'll start with the couple things I got before retreat. So before retreat, I got my color and cotton. This is the 5 bright and variegated skeins, and for October they were Christmas themed. So we have Holiday Cheer, Candy Cane Confetti, Poinsettia, Elf on the Shelf, and Grinch. Oh, I dropped one. Dropped the Grinch. So here are those. So there's all my Christmassy. And that's from, again, Color and Cotton. And then I also got the Color and Cotton October Thread Club, and I do the 10 all colors is the, oh, there's Romeo, is the one that I do. So we have Cherry Cobbler, Nutcracker, Laurel Wreath, Holly, and Tinsel. So apparently October was all Christmas colors. And this is a very pale gray, not white. And then the other 5 are Santa's Boots, Rudolph, Sleigh Ride, Frankincense, and Eggnog. And I'm dropping them again. And Romeo's joining us. Very pretty. Very happy with those. Need to get back to stitching daily so that I can start getting some more stuff finished, start some new projects, and start substituting floss for all of these gorgeous overdyed threads. And I also had an order from Hand Dyed by Rolanda. So this is, these are 50-yard skeins. This is Aurora, and this is a special edition, so there's no color name, but this is just gorgeous. And then I had 2 of her 25-yard skeins, and it's Paris Green and Calypso. They look very similar, but in the up close, like you can see a difference. And the rest were all regular 8-yard skeins. And I usually do 2 of each when she has the 8-yard skeins. So a couple of grays. And then purple and a blue. And then a gold and a couple of greens. This green is called Empress Teal. That's really pretty. And the other ones don't have a name, they just have a color number. And then the last thing from before retreat was this crochet book that I pre-ordered, and it's from the Woobles. And the Woobles, it's a website, and they have like crochet kits, and I pre-ordered this book that they put together, and it came with a hook. So I got the book, and it's pretty cool. I'm not going to do a flip through, but there's some cute patterns, you know, just cute little designs that I can do quickly. Hello, Ellery. Hi. There's not a page with like all of the different patterns, but here's a couple more. So there's some cute stuff in there. What you doing? Nothing. So that is it for prior to. Yes, get out of there. No. So the rest of this is gonna be from retreat. So let's do this first, I guess. I'll do our gifts first. So our swag bag, that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay, out. No. Put the cat down. Put the cat down. Go. Go. Okay, so when we got there, we all had, somewhere in here, every seat had a cookie. I gotta put that in the kitchen so I don't forget about it. So there's and our theme was, what was the official theme? It was like Enchanted Forest or something like that. Yeah, it was an forest theme. So, and then we got a box. What? Yes, you can ride your bike. Please put on your socks and shoes, not sandals.
Can you also text?
No. No, she just had her birthday party today, honey. So in our, I lost my train of thought. So we got the box. So there was a coupon code for Witchy Stitcher for us. And then we had, Jennifer made us little Kleenex pouches, you know, like for your purse, out of this pretty forest fabric. We all got a little fox needle minder. And then we all got the Rainbow Gallery and beads for a pattern, an exclusive pattern we got. So we got the specialty stuff. We all got a random pack of beads. Got a little hummingbird needle threader. She made us these scissor fobs with the moth and the year charm. Very cute. Then we all got a pack of needles, a beading needle, and a snag nabbit. And some random floss. So I got a Threadworks overdyed thread, and there's no color name, just a number, but it's this really pretty deep navy and green teal color. And then I got Weeks Dye Works Terracotta. And then I got this new thread, well, new to me thread. This is a dyer on Etsy, and this is Night Stalkers Calling is the shop name. Night Stalkers Calling. And this is the thread color Water Lily. Isn't this amazing? Like, it's gorgeous. There's so many different greens and tones of green, and oh my god, it's beautiful. And there's like some speckles in it. So I ended up getting on this Etsy shop, placed 2 different orders to get more of that floss, and may or may not have spent over $200. And by may or may not, that means I did. So that will be on its way. I think I'm getting one of them either tomorrow or Tuesday, so I'll be showing those off soon too. So that was our little goodie box. And then we all got 4 exclusive patterns. So we got a pattern from Shannon Christine. It's called Enchanting Winter. And we got a pattern from Bella Filipina. And this is Boysenberry Pixie. And that's what the beads and rainbow gallery are for. And then we all got a pattern from the Witchy Stitcher, and this is Mushroom Cottage. And then we all got a pattern from Karen at Meridian Designs, and this is called Forest Sprite, and it's amazing. I love it. And it has the beads, and I believe she's going to be listing these on her her website shortly, like maybe a week or two. Like this will be a release, but I love it. So we got those, and then we all got a additional door prize, and I swapped with somebody and ended up with this beautiful, let me drop the tag, Fiberlicious. This is called the Garden of Dreams. It's a 32 count opal linen. And this is the piece that I got. Really pretty, like a lavender gray color, and then these greens. And then I actually won another door prize. There were a few other prizes that, and it was really fun. Jennifer used the Night Stalkers floss that was in our swag box. Everybody had a different color name. So she used a random name picker wheel, random generator, and drew different color names for the door prizes, and you had to check your color name to get your door prize. So I actually got my door prize had this pattern. And then it also has this wooden frame, wooden finishing board. I don't know if it has an easel stand or not. I can't tell. But this is from Chantel 141 on Etsy. And I believe that she's in Michigan. So that was pretty cool. And then in between there's also a Tupperware container. It's not a sandwich keeper because it has dividers in there, but yeah. So I got that. And then I need to make some room. Karen, Meridian Designs. Whoops, bumped that. I was able to pick up a leftover kit from Galleria for her festive candy cane. So I was really excited about that. Got the pattern, the whole kit and caboodle, and these are all the kits that I put together with her at Galleria. So I have the festive candy cane pattern. And then also took her class. She did a class, and it was the Nutty Buddies Biscornu. And I actually model stitched it, but I will stitch this one again. So she's got this awesome kit put together. I hope she gets the opportunity to do some more classes because she did amazing. So we had this kit. You open it up, and it had, I mean, it had the pattern, it had the stuffing, the floss. She put together all of these floss drops with the color and the color code. It has the fabric, it's got all the little beads, it's got the ribbon. Yes. Scissors that match for the little scissor charm. It's got everything. So she, and then there was even a little acorn beeswax thread waxer. So that was cool. And I probably won't stitch it immediately since I did the model stitch not too long ago, but it was a Biscornu pagode, so it's a little bit of a different shape, and the way she did the ribbon coming through it, like she ties a bow on the bottom, and you want to put it, like she had it on an ornament hanger, and it was really cute. I picked up these patterns from Leslie. Quirky Quaker Ghost. These little Quakers are so cute. Quirky Quaker Skeleton and Quirky Quaker Jack-o'-lantern. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I want to stitch these all together on something and like stitch them, you know, next to each other. I'm not sure. Are they all the same size? Roughly. 43 by 40. So the pumpkin is 43 by 43, the ghost is 45 by 45, and the skeleton's 47 by 47. But, or I could do them like all in a row and do like a bell pull, but I'm not sure. So I got those. I had to run to Michael's at one point with a couple people and found this spool of ribbon for finishes. It's got jack-o'-lanterns. They're so cute. What else is in here? What's this? Oh, I got a... There's somebody there that gave us all a pencil. It was Hugs and Stitches. And she gave us all a pencil, a DMC, and some candy. And then I bought a scissor fob from... Come on. Scissor fob from Jennifer. And it's... The charm says, "I love my cat." And it's all... beads. It's so pretty and sparkly. And then I bought a needle minder from Leslie. This is from Snarky Crafter Designs. So it's snarkycrafterdesigns.com. And this one, it's pretty heavy. They're metal. This one says, "I'm just taking it one are you effing kidding me at a time." I love it. Because who doesn't feel that way sometimes? Oh, this was a gift too. This was from Cassia. She gave me this This is a 28 count even weave 28 count Joblin from Witch Out, and it's the raspberry. It's so pretty. So that will be good. I might have something I can stitch for Ellery or something on that, you know, with the pink. So I've got that. Sun is trying to come back out. Julie from Canada. You heading out? Okay. Brian's gonna head out and get Ethan, and then I'll have to actually make some dinner and function again. I got a couple of project bags from Julie. She came down from Canada. She does Whip It. I was trying to find her business card. I have it somewhere. It's Whip It Up project bags, or Whip It. Yeah, I think it's Whip It Up project bags. She's on Etsy. I think she's on Instagram under the same thing as well. And she started doing project bags, and I got this one. Look at these little cats hiding in the poinsettias. So I got, and she does the quilted ones. I still can't find her card, but she is on Etsy, and that's where she lists them. I think she used to list them on Instagram, and then I got she does a couple different sizes of bags too. This other one that I got is the same size, but it has the handle, and it's all pumpkins. Thank you, Kenny, for putting this one back. This was actually Kenny's bag of the month, and he didn't want the pumpkins, so he put it back and picked something else out, and I got this one. And then she also makes these buckets, and so I picked up, and this I used to sit on the table all weekend, and I had all of my stuff in it, like my scissors, floss away bags, highlighter, chapstick, and it has Baby Yoda. It's so cute. Excuse me. So this was great on the table, and then she also does containers. So I got Broom Squad, Hocus Pocus, and the inside is Hocus Pocus fabric. So I had that out for my orts all weekend. And then I got Crinkle, sorry. I got a Christmas themed one to put out after we're done with fall. It's poinsettias. Oops, I'm bumping the camera again. And I think that's the last Crinkle. This one for all the time. So it's flowers, and this is too bright. There. So now you can see again. Flowers. And inside is that's a Tula pink fabric, I think. Super pretty. And then this one for year-round too, because it's Stitch. He's so adorable. Oh, I got it. So that's everything from Julie. And I forgot that I got these from Karen as well. So Karen also carries, she always brings the Dinky Dies. And I was, eyeballing them at Galleria, but I wanted to make sure that she had some of them left for retreat. So after Galleria, so I ended up picking up a bunch of the Dinky Dye silks. You going?
Give me a hoodie,
And I got mostly solid colors so that I can substitute them in other projects. There's a few more. These are so soft and they're so affordable for silks. I think they're $4.50, $4.25. So I'm not gonna bother reading all of the names because there's just way too many. But I ended up with a lot of greens. These two look very similar, but they are different. And these are the last two. So I got those. Bye. And oh, is this it? I found Julie's card. So yes, it is Whip It Up project bags. Etsy is Whip It Up project bags. Yep. So there it is. Knew I would find it. All right, and then last is fabric. Oh, fabric got me this year. I mean, it always does, but it really did. This is a 32 count linen. I'll go through Hand Dyed by Stephanie first. And I tried to kind of make sure I was getting neutrals, because I really just don't have a ton of neutrals. This is Fabrics by Stephanie Jamie's Kilt, which is not a huge, it's not a neutral, but it is a neutral. I mean, Jamie Tupo was telling me that she puts a lot of stuff on Jamie's Kilt. So I'm actually thinking about using this for the Supernatural piece that I found on Etsy. And then this is 32 count linen, and this is called Legendary. And I really like that. Just kind of grungy, old looking. This is a 28 Lugana. This is Colonial Parchment. This is definitely neutral. And I love how soft they are. This is 28 Linen in Caramel Macchiato. Nice modeling in there. $28 Linen in Murtagh. Look at that. Oh, I love it. Love it. And actually, this is what I'm going to use. Is this what we decided? I think this is what we decided I was going to use for the Dead Sea Mermaid sale that Gary is doing. Garan Stitchery. And Dead Sea Mermaid is from Karen at Meridian Designs. So I need to set that aside because that's going to go for that. This is a 32 count Lugana in Silver Mist. Very neutral. Nice gray. And this is a test dye. This is a 28 Lugana. Very, very sandy pink. And this is a 28 Jobelin in Chocolate Milk, and this was a Stitcher's 8th. I love picking up the Stitcher's 8ths when she has them. So there's half of my fabric. And the rest is from Leslie at Under the Sea. This is 28 Jobelin, and this is in Luna. And that's just beautiful. Blues and purples. That's a thread. It is not a dye spot. That is a thread. no plans for that, but I couldn't resist. This is another even weave. This is also 28 Lugana. This is in Kelpie. Very pretty. This would be really good for a mermaid too.
Where's Daddy?
He went to get Ethan. He literally just walked out the door. You're not paying attention?
Kate just called me.
Okay, go ahead. You can talk to her.
Okay.
28 count Lugana, and this is, who is this? What is this? I think this is NYX. Yep, NYX. So I cannot do black dark fabrics in linen anymore, but I think with even weave I'll be able to. So I grabbed that for maybe a Halloween piece. Who knows? This is a 32 linen, and this is in Hestia. This is the same color that I'm stitching Witchy Poo, the bikini, on, and this is how different it looks in linen versus the Lugana. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, very cool. This is 28 count linen in Beach Walk. Had to get a neutral. Beach Walk is great. I don't know what Ellery's doing, but she's on Messenger with one of her friends, just yelling out there. 28 count Jobelin. This is in Selkie. And this had some great, very subtle modeling. Very happy with that. And then the last piece that I got, I actually took the entire Fat Eighth. And I'm pretty sure I was on everybody's enemy list because everybody was looking at it. And this is 32 count linen, an opal linen, and this is called Heaven's Fury. And it is freaking amazing. I saw somebody stitching on this and I was like, I have to have a piece. And she had one piece. No clue what I'm going to put on it, but it's just awesome. So that is my fabric. That's everything. That's it, guys. That's haul, that's retreat, that's whips, that's finishes. And now I'm just gonna have to put it away. So I'm pretty whipped. I'm exhausted. I stayed until anywhere between 11:30 and 1:30 depending on the night, you know, and then came home and the alarm went off at 7 every morning because the kids still had to go to school. So I didn't sleep in at all, got back up to the hotel early, you know, but it was so worth it. So I'm excited. I'm gonna put everything away in its new home, and then end of this week I'm gonna pack stuff up and do it all over again at Stitch Retreat next week. That one will be very different. It's gonna be my mom, some other quilt shop, you know, quilt people. So I tend not to do the next retreat is the one where I tend to just sit and literally stitch the entire day. We don't go out to meals. We don't, you know, really do anything other than sew. I might help my mom with a couple of charity projects that she's planning on taking for quilting. But I should have a lot of progress to show next week too. So that'll be, we leave Monday morning. It's in Holland. So it's only about an hour and a half drive, and stitch. I guess we stitch Monday, like, I guess I don't even have to leave first thing in the morning because it's only an hour and a half drive, and I don't think we can check in till 3. So it's Monday afternoon and evening, all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, and I think we leave Thursday morning, if I remember correctly. So it's just 2.5 days of stitching. But yeah, that'll be a lot of fun too. So I'm excited to come back and show you. I'll probably wait until, so this week I know I'm getting all of that floss from Night Stalker's Calling. But I'll just hold on to it and I'll show it to you after next week's retreat, because then I'll have all of my whips and any possible finishes from that, plus all of that floss, and there won't be any retreat haul. So I'll just show you everything all at once. So, but anyway, that's it. I'm going to go chill. I'm going to have to toss dinner in the oven. We're just doing frozen stuffed chickens for dinner, to keep it easy. And then I'll probably just read tonight and go to bed early. I've got to finish my book club book for Thursday night's meeting. And I have a crazy busy week again. There's a group of 4 of us, moms, that get together once every 3 to 6 months to have dinner, and it happens to be this week on Tuesday. And then I'm meeting up with a friend from elementary school. Yep, we were besties from kindergarten through high school. Like still a bestie. So we're gonna go to dinner Wednesday night, and then Thursday is my book club, and I always go to dinner with my cousin beforehand. So it's just another crazy week of eating out and life on the go. And I'm really hoping after this week and retreat next week that life calms down, because it's starting to catch up with me and it's making me feel old. But I hope you guys are all having a great October. I hope you guys are enjoying fall. I am not. It is cold and dark, but it is what it is. I'll deal with it. So have a good one, guys. Bye.